What's up, guys? If you can, please follow us on our new TikTok account. Here is our profile. It's at TENFITMEN. Please go there and follow us. Now enjoy our next video. Now time to play with Tsitsipas. All right, let's have fun. So, just finished the training with Novak Djokovic on the stadium court, where I had to jump in and hit some serves for like 10 minutes under huge pressure. I think I delivered. Now time to play with Tsitsipas. It goes fine. Nice day today. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another TENFITMEN video, and this is the part 4 of my training with Stefanos Tsitsipas. And during this training, Brian was also here helping Tsitsipas to warm up, and we were switching back and forth between the serves. And now it was time for Stefanos to hit some serves, and Apostolos told me to get on the return. And as you can see, I was trying to do some shadow swings, and I was working on that back and return. It was really amazing opportunity, to practice returns when the world top player is on the other side and serving. And at this moment, he was serving at the deuce side down the tee, so I was working on my back and return. So he was still kind of warming up and going through that service motion, and Apostolos always giving some advice. So literally every time Steph would make a mistake, Apostolos would kind of give some advice or give some tip. And here finally Steph found the rhythm on the serve, and here you can see the return, how I got that preparation for the split step, and then at the contact I was already in the air, almost like going down towards the ground. And here is this moment after the contact point where my racket is not in ideal position, and you will see later what I was trying to work on. I was working more on that vertical racket position after the contact instead of kind of making some angle. Again, here was also a bit dangerous for the camera when Steph was serving down the tee, if I would let that ball go. And at this moment I was really relaxed in terms of, not having much pressure here, because obviously Steph was only working on the serves, he didn't work on the next shot. And here you can see the contact point here. This is actually the perfect sweet spot. But my finish here after swing again, I didn't do enough with that extension of the left arm forward, and I just kind of stopped it, which, it's actually very difficult on these heavy serves. And I've seen also Novak Djokovic does that sometimes with a very short after swing, after the contact point. And here you can see the serve that kind of went a little bit towards my body, so it was not totally tee, and then it kind of came closer to me, and I managed to move away a bit and still get that ball back. But again, I was super relaxed here, and it was great opportunity for me to just focus on my side, not thinking too much, you know, how my returns are going on the other side, because Steph was just focused on the serve here. And one more time, this return was obviously not the best, and you can see how I finished there too early. I didn't extend enough, and there was not a good momentum there following that swing. That one was a little bit better. Now it was the time for the wide serves, so I was able to work a bit on that forehand return. Here you can see I was always analyzing and trying to improve a bit more. It's really not that easy on these heavy serves. That one looked like a good return, but you will see what I was not very happy with. So I made a very big split step. It was okay. You can see at the contact I was already descending. Here is the good preparation for the swing. The racket is in that position, but here after the contact point, watch my racket in relation to my arm. I was kind of dragging the racket. There was not much of that racket leg and that nice follow through. So this is something I'm trying to work on, that forehand return. But I've noticed while watching these videos and analyzing that it happens quite a lot. But this is what we do this, and the purpose of all the videos and analysis and slow motions is to learn something new and improve. And again, here Tsitsipas getting some advice from Apostolos on that wide serve, how to get a bit more slice there. That was a pretty good serve and also good return. Another one. Again, very good chance for me to work on the returns. Again, the good split step. This was a very tough serve, and you can see how far I was and still managed to get this ball back. I think maybe it went a bit long, but it was pretty good serve and solid return. It's exactly what I needed to get better with. And again, this is when I know where the serves are going, so you know I should be able to get every serve back pretty much. But still, on some occasions it's also very difficult. And again, advice from Apostolos. So I was saying, when you know where the serve is going, you should be able to get it back, unless it's a very heavy serve and precise, in which case it becomes also difficult. But the real challenge comes when you're playing points and obviously you don't know where the server is going, and then you have to react or you have to anticipate. This is where the top players are masters, in making that very quick adjustment, or even sometimes anticipating or guessing where the serve is going. So now Apostolos asked me to serve again, and this is a very funny moment. I was kind of getting ready for that, you know, serve from this side. Place my bottle there, I got some drink. Trying to get focus here. Put that hat backwards because, you know, sun is behind and all is ready, all is set. And then the last moment, Steph kind of changes his mind and, you know, he decides to change the sides, and Apostolos told me to go on other side, and you will see here. And there he goes. I changed the hat in opposite direction because the sun obviously was going to other side, so into the server's eyes from the other side. I was not the happiest at that moment, but you know, it was another challenge and I had no options. There was no alternatives. I had to go and find a way to serve in the sun. And here you can see.
Sorry.
That was funny. I apologized. Apostolos heard it and he kind of like repeated after me. But I think I did pretty good job for this part of the serves. There was a little bit discussion here. I think that serve was long and, you know, he kind of had excuse why he missed it, but Apostolos still thought that he could do better. Here another slow motion. So Steph just left the ground as I was hitting that ball. And here is the start of the swing on the return and the position where he's just leaving the racket with that non-dominant arm, and then the finish here. Look at that left arm, totally behind, counterbalancing the shot, and it was really a perfect example of how to return one-handed backhand. And again, I pointed out the moment when he did the split step. I personally thought it was a little bit late, but later I think he will get better with that. It usually takes some time when you have a new or different player with a different technique on the serve, with different toss. You adjust your timing on the split step. Again, some tip from Apostolos for Stefanos how to step into that return. And here I was struggling with picking up the balls by myself, so I asked if somebody can help. I called Brian if he can help me also. It was really not so easy to focus on the serves, and at the same time you have to worry about having enough balls to serve and always picking them up, so that kind of takes some extra energy from you. That was a bit too long. But again, it's always better if you miss long than to hit the net. So it was always, not the best feeling when you miss, and in this case I think I missed a few in a row.
Forehand, please.
But still felt the overall quality was good. And here we changed to down the tee serves, so Steph could hit some forehand returns. Here you can see one example. And for this example, he did a split step a little bit earlier. Look at the contact point, he's already in the air. There is that preparation. Very nice swing, compact. Here is the racket leg, and you will see how he finishes the swing through the ball. Whereas in my case, I kind of dragged that racket. With Steph, there was a perfect racket leg, and this is where he can create that effortless power through the return. One more example here. This was a very good return. Solid serve. There is the racket leg, and here you will see what I was talking about. Right here, after the contact, his racket is kind of moving forward. It's not kind of dragged with the wrist and with the hand, but the racket kind of moves faster than the hand. So this is where the leg happens. That was a pretty good serve. So he was getting some nice returns here. And again, I was feeling pretty relaxed. I think Apostolos was telling me to serve different sides, so I was just listening to him. So here there was some also returns on the backhand side. There is example on very nice contact point, and that again non-dominant arm going back to counterbalance the shot and keep the overall balance, stability of the whole body. And previously I think I hit one ace, even though Steph kind of knew where I was going, so that also happens even at this level if you hit very precise and heavy serves. So here it was the time for a couple of body serves. And here one more slow motion. That was amazing body serve, and watch how Steph was able to move his body away and hit that perfect one-handed return, again with using the left arm to counterbalance. But the first thing he did was that torso turn, rotation, the uni turn, and then perfect extension of that racket through the ball. So a couple of more body serves here. Apostolos giving some advice how to go through and more extend forward. was another serve down the tee.
Now he doesn't tell you what to serve. Let's go. Play the point. Yeah.
So here Apostles told us to play the point. It looked like Steph was getting a little bit tired, or maybe he didn't want to push too much. It was almost end of the training. But yeah, Apostles said that I can serve anywhere and that we should play the point. So I think that was a bit long. The first point I hit a winner with forehand. It was a little bit, I remember I felt a little bit pressure here, you know, when you need to play the point. It's a little bit different feel because you don't do it too often. So here I hit 2 serves in a row in the net, and this was awesome. Apostles also gave me advice for the serve to hit it a little bit higher, at a higher contact point. And I listened and it worked. I tried to do serve and volley and hit the net, but the ball went over. And Apostles told us to go on the due side and also play a few points there. And again I felt to play serve and volley, and that was pretty good point. Solid serve, not bad return. I think Tsitsipas could have done more on that passing shot. But one more time in slow motion. Here, watch my split step. Pretty good timing, and I covered the net pretty well. Here Apostles again stepped in the court to explain Steph how to get that return. I think he was referring to hit a little bit flatter and keep it lower. But that will be it for this part and for this training. This is the last part of this training. Thank you so much for watching and for all your feedback, for comments. Feel free to let us know what you thought about this training and what you learned from it. This was one more point and one more winner with my forehand. And it was the time for a few second serves. Brian was stepping on the court now, and it was very unfortunate because here somehow the camera turned off. I think the battery was dead or the camera ran out of memory. But anyways, one more time, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to watch all the other parts if you haven't so far. And I will see you soon in our next video. Hi guys, just want to jump in real quickly here at the end. Thank you so much for watching our videos and for all of your engagement. It really means so much to us. And just want to say, if you really enjoy consuming our content and if you support everything we do and you maybe want to kind of contribute to our TENFITMEN team, you're very welcome to visit our Patreon page, and I will put the link somewhere here, and I will also put it down below in the description. Over there you will see that we have many cool projects and ideas in our minds, and we are really looking forward to it. And then with having you as our wings, we will be able to get there much faster and actually make all this journey closer to you and share all these amazing moments with you. So please go there and check out our page. Once again, thank you so much for watching us and for following, and I'll see you very soon in our next video.